Greetings one and all, my name is Lancer and welcome back once again to Oshi No Ko. We'll be watching episode 5 of season 1, last time on. Aqua brought out the acting ability and not only Melt, but Kana as well. And now we move forward, establishing ourselves in the school life and also remembering that the director told Aqua that, hey, I'll tell you more about if you do a dating show for me. So a fun arc we're about to get into with fun new characters. Let's get right into the episode. I'm jealous. Oh, right, that's how it ended. Gonna recruit Kana. I mean, you openly said that you don't like her. Baking soda baby. You have her number already. Fucking ego surfing. a familiar Kana face, just A rendezvous. What am I gonna do with myself? It's a couple episodes too soon for that, unfortunately, Kana. Though as we get into in season 2, it's also episodes a little too late. That's gonna be the fascinating part about season 3, as we get closer and closer to that. The romance, because it's in an interesting place, but then again, that's the future, and that we'll have to wait for. I mean, the fact that you've considered this. Your pride or your goals? Yada. This is an interesting way of being scouted. I mean, but it is kind of a cool sort of idea. I mean, though the idol group doesn't exist yet, but Ruby's sort of doing that passing of the torch, something that I doubt I ever did, because she was scouted. I doubt she ever scouted somebody. I mean, maybe. Do you get a referral bonus? Not an outright no, as you'd expect from her. But it could open up interesting ideas. Respectfully, how much you got going on right now? Something. I can't quite tell what it is. I mean, I get it, though, like in the context of the story. I'm sure the eyes aren't actually real. But even aside from that, it's kind of just like, same face. Forget that they worked together. I mean, obviously it's hard to think about it now. I kind of wish there was a scene back then in which I talked to Kana at least a little bit. Maybe some part of her senses just like, oh, someday maybe, Aqua. Even though they were like 3. That's the least of your concerns. You were my first choice. I hope this is the last time you'll get on your knees for me. Welcome to the team. Leave it to Aqua to flex his own muscles in a way. It's funny just because Aqua through this is like he knows his own power. He knows what he's capable of manipulating in his own way. But it's also just a case of like, this is exactly what Kana needs, obviously, and which we'll talk more about in the future. Yeah, exactly. Also, she has a crush on me, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, someday. It's all former. It's a fresh start. The side goal. You're not gonna like it either. He's the center as well. Oh, Lord. I mean, again, this is what springboards so much for the rest of the story. I know these guys kind of pop up in future stuff, but I wish they kind of were more involved, but it's mainly these two that Mem-cho and Akane. It's weird seeing Akane with short hair. She really grows into it. And then there's Aqua. Yeah, although some of them aren't exactly high schoolers. Who the fuck is that?
お兄ちゃんこういうぶりっ子タイプには厳しいからな。メムチョも可愛いね。めっちゃ照れる。は？死ね。
Oh man. I mean, it's funny just because obviously Ruby, it's her brother, so she knows him, but Kana should know. It's like, it's acting. This is the kind of face you gotta put on. Being all sulking and sully, like, it's not gonna work for something like this. I mean, one thing that doesn't get enough praise in this is just like, Aqua is a very good actor because, I mean, we as the audience know the true Aqua that is within, what his true goal is. So, like, when you see him putting on these roles and whatnot, it's like, wow, he can pull it out when he needs to. Pause. It reminds me of myself in a way, in a simpler time. Because I had a few scenes, you know, back in the day where it's like, it's kind of the opposite. Like, a lot of the stuff I kind of acted back then is kind of similar to how I am now. There was times where it's just like, oh, the lights are on, I'm meant to be super emotional, and then the minute the lights dim, it's like, it's just kind of a funny thing. Is this jealousy?
二人ともこれメディア用だから落ち着いて。身近な男が女にデレデレしてるところ見ると腹立つ。そういう男を演じる気持ちでそこにいるんじゃないか。
Think about it from his perspective too, though he doesn't care, but
最後本当に告白して恋人になったりするんですよね。形式だけでもそこの筋は通すことになるでしょうね。
well,
告白成功したらまあ定番ね。
it's all scripted.
なんで受けたんだろう。あなただって女優を続けるなら。
I'm honestly shocked you haven't. I'm honestly also shocked that that show that they didn't end with her kissing Melt. Maybe that'll be for season 2. She's already so smitten. I want to die. Remember what you're suffering for. It's not for the art.
カメラマンが寄った時はできたらでいいんで、その時してたやりとりを要約した会話をしていただけると。
It's a lot of improv. This isn't exactly something that's scripted. Well, I mean, it is scripted, but it's also like a lot of the lines and whatnot. The same people that go on and continuously just say, just like, oh, wrestling and all that stuff, it's fake. It's like, yeah, no shit. But then they'll go off and watch shit like this. This is also fake and worse. I mean, I've memed for years at this point on my own self. Just like, I will never in a million years watch any of this kind of shit like Love Island or whatever the new kind of dating show is. But if you put it in anime form, just because these animated people feel more real than the real life people who acted. It's crazy knowing what she grows into. Her confidence glows in different ways.
リアリティショーに台本はない。ディレクターの話をアドバイスと取るか、指示と取るかは人それぞれ。
あんまりトーク上手くないし。
And yet here we are talking. Aqua's interesting here because he's double acting. It's like cameras aren't rolling right now, but you know, still gotta save face and you know, make those connections. So weird.
僕は過去の恋愛引きず思えばあれが恋だったのかも。
I would hope not. Yeah, it's a complicated relationship. I mean, it's admiration. Can we leave it at that? I mean, it was one thing in your first life. It's a completely other thing now. But I get it's kind of hard to shake that perspective because, like it or not, you're related. Remember that going forward.
割と近いかも。
乗り越えないとだね。
Just get over it, please.
いい人がいるか不安だったけど。私、君にならキスできるかも。カメラに視線は送っちゃダメ。
This girl, man.
いい性格してるな。
I don't know about that. Wouldn't call her nice, you know, because that whole thing is, fuck me. That whole thing was just her orchestrating that. That girl, though, it's like, this is really the most we get with her is this one scene. I'm surprised it doesn't put her on his radar as much as Akane does. I can use her. Reality. It's often disappointing.
私が嫌いなタイプと兄が付き合うのは嫌なわけ。お兄ちゃんが付き合うべき女性を私が決めます。私の一押しは
Little do you know.
お前は見る目がないからしばらく恋愛すんなよ。
I feel like that would be a good arc for Ruby, is potentially having a lover or just someone like falling in love with her, because that's an aspect that Ruby from her first life never got to experience. Though she's in love with Aqua from his first life when he was a doctor, never forget the whole like, oh, wait till you're 16. I mean, the little bit I know about the future of it, it's not really anything that's delved into. That would have been a cool idea, or at least like something for like a short little arc of like someone who maybe falls in love with Ruby and then she's like at least tries it for a little while. Because, you know, looking back on obviously relationships and whatnot, it's like at the time it may seem like I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with this person, which is not a good mindset, especially when you're like 16 years old. Life will happen. Those are the years though where it's just like have fun. Like you can be in a relationship and just like, you know, it can go the distance. I know many people in my life now who were high school sweethearts and they're married with kids now. But again, in Ruby's case, it's like she never experienced that for herself, at least not in the case where someone loves her. Though of course that could also lead into something dangerous, like with what happened with Ai. It just is a cool idea for an arc, I feel like, because then it could lead more into Aqua being scared and having PTSD after, you know, similar thing happened with Ai. I think it would be a cool idea to delve into in the third season, since it's most likely going to be more Ruby centric.
みなみちゃんは学校終わったら撮影行くよ。
You gotta start getting busy, girl.
先輩、仕事ないの慣れてるでしょ。普段何して過ごしてたの？今なら勉強し
You're
なさいよ。
used to not having work.
次回仕事なんだから。いい大学入るために何かした方が人生にとって。
At least come up with like song ideas or something. Dances. Fucking Where's Waldo looking at.
たまにメディアの仕事受けたりとかでしょ。持ち歌もなければユニット名もまだ見て。ユニット名がまだなのは先輩がごねるからじゃん。つけたらもうマジでしょ。
I don't want it to feel real. You already signed the contract.
席があれば踏ん切りがつくのかしら。
Once you finally start doing something, yeah, you just need a manager to tell you what to do.
才能は十分よ。ビラ配りとか合同ライブに出演したりとかが基本
Yeah.
だったけど。
You gotta start building at least some sort of reputation.
チャーの中心はネット。
Yeah.
草の根するにもここが一番コスパがいい。
Are there still girls out there today that are just like, I want to be an idol? Because, I mean, in the grand scheme of cultures, I still feel like idols are relatively new. According to Google, the first idol group was a K-pop group that started in 1996. So I figured no more than like 30 years. I mean, there's still people, obviously, to this day that are just like, oh, I want to start a band and whatnot. Which, again, arguably, it's easier now than ever to do something like that, especially with the existence of YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, because like even if you don't necessarily become like a big traveling touring band, like you can perform and record stuff and make music videos, and that does really well, and then you get paid that way. Miyako was right here. A lot of their presence comes from being online. I feel like idol groups are different. Like imagine the whole young girls being scouted thing is a thing. I mean, to be fair, that's still a thing here in the West in some aspects, though it's definitely shunned a lot more, thankfully, where it's just shady groups being like, oh, you're pretty, want to model for us? Anyway, use your resources.
YouTuber ってこと？
そう。
ネットを甘く見すぎじゃないですか？こんな顔だけの女、登録者いいとこ数千とかですよ。なんだと？
What's so wrong with that?
そのうちの1%とかなんですから。結構厳しいと思いますけど。
That is based and real. That gift from me. We have currently 18,000 subscribers. It's a funnel effect, which is funny. It's just like you have that many subs and like a percentage of that will actually watch most of your stuff. And then an even less amount of that will like comment and actually, you know, interact with your stuff. Case in point, every time I make a post. Prove to me you're not one of those people. Leave a like and a comment.
ちょうどさっき協力してくれる人捕まえたとこだから。
Oh, right. This fucking segment. Fucking buff peep.
あ、ピエ
Yeah.
ヨンだ。大人気覆面筋トレ系 YouTuber のピエヨン。
I don't know how I'd feel if I knew my child was watching someone like this.
こんな感じのが子供には人気なのに。
Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked.
所詮ネットってインパクト勝負っていうか、テレビ
About to put these girls to the ringer.
僕年収1億だよ。
舐めた口聞いてすんません。
Put a number to that.
いくつかのテクニックがあるよ。なんだと思う？
毎日投稿。もともとの知名度？
でも君たちには毎日投稿する根気も知名度もないよね。
I also don't have the perseverance to post daily. I have this ability called mass pre-recording the fuck out of things. Or just covering shows that are insanely long. Case in point, I did JoJo's, which has now got me videos up until February. If anyone ever asks me if they want to start YouTube, every YouTuber will give you a different thing. I mean, my perspective on it is just like, if you want to start, learn to edit first. That's ultimately the biggest skill that you will use. I mean, take it from me, all these years I've been editing my own stuff. Mainly just because I don't have the money to hire an editor, but also just because I don't need one, really, because I can manage on my own, at least with what I'm capable to do. But I mean, posting daily and all that stuff will get you so far. I mean, just being consistent with yourself and improving. I mean, just look at my channel, for example, you know, it's like my reactions and all that. You can't say there hasn't been a quality jump, and I try to improve even in the smallest ways every time. And that's collabing. Yeah, there you go. Who is your editor? Remember episode 1 of this show? I assume we choreographed before this. You know what? This would blow up. This has that baby shark energy. Now imagine this, but with rumbling instead. Jesus. Uh-huh. I'm still waiting for that one. Oh my god. Then you are a perv. It's all fake, Ruby. You pure soul. I'm gonna die. A new respect was made for her. Heard it, never seen it. This is the straight oxygen. If you could make it with Peon, you can make it with anyone. That was an hour recording. Uh-huh. The return. Well, all the recommended is cat stuff. Episode 5, reality dating show. Well, that was episode 5 of Oshi No Ko, season 1. I forget about this little segment here, which leads into more of, you know, Kana falling even more in love with Aqua. It's just some interesting things with this. I mean, this show just opens up the whole thing of just like, these kids, man. Children. Like 15, 16 years old doing this stuff. I mean, starting your careers early, but it's also setting them up for crashing and burning. It's a double-edged sword. Some will swim, some will drown. The industry doesn't give a shit because there's always new blood. I forget that I have insight on this stuff. I'm talking about YouTube, just straight up. Ah, right. Though, of course, I'm not nearly doing anything on their level, but I understand the drive, of course, to build something. It's fun, though. We're building up Kana a lot for this. I mean, now she's introducing herself as an idol. That's what I was missing from season 2 a bit. I mean, there was some of it, but more of the idol stuff with her. I mean, we ended season 2 with Poppin' 2. We'll get further and further into this when we get Mem-cho, but that'll be for another time. But either way, is my reaction to episode 5 of season 1 of Oshi No Ko. Next time for episode 6. Everything else will be coming out soon. Until next time, I'm Later. Thanks for watching.